Uh, I I honestly don't know where to start. You see the title, you see the thumbnail, and yeah, mm, yeah. So it's no secret. I'm not a huge fan of the young men from Miami. That's what I call them here. You see the title. So I'm just gonna say fresh and fit. I'm not a huge fan. I think they're not necessarily a good thing for men in general, but yeah, I'm not really a fan of them. I don't really speak ill about them personally. However, a lot of their talking points I have spoke against. A lot of what they say is just complete nonsense. And now they just did a live stream, maybe an hour ago, describing how they have become demonetized. All their channels have become demonetized on YouTube. None of their channels are part of the YouTube Partner Program anymore, which means that they are no longer making any money as of this video on YouTube. And I wanted to talk about this. And they didn't clarify why, but it's easy to speculate with great assumptions, like accurate assumptions, why. All right, shout out to Patricia Moore that's in the chat, but I'm not going to talk about this by myself. I got somebody probably way more smarter in this area to talk about this with me. So I'm gonna bring on my brother CP the artist as we discuss this whole because they're not really canceled. They still have their YouTube channels, they're just not making money from it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about this today. Yeah, let's discuss this, bro. I sent you the video, but you were watching it already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I was DMing you and going over it at the same time.
Wow. So um it was I usually don't get notifications from them. Truth is I'm not really subscribed to the channel. But that showed up on my feed. I don't know why. But they had over 14,000 people watching that live stream. 14,000 people. And the first thing I noticed, there were no super chats. Not one, right? Because they've been demonetized. Right. So I've watched a couple of their live streams, replays. Their comment section, their chat filled with super chats. That's how they make a large bulk of their money. And now they're not.
I think that's the only way they make money.
Probably. Well, I looked up their Patreon. Let me share this real quick, right? They have Patreon, and they have 599 members on Patreon. Let me open this
up.
That's it? Yeah, that's it. I thought it would have been more too.
I don't know if they pitched their Patreon too much. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So they have 599 members, right? So let's say, for argument's sake, 599 times 5 times 5 equals which isn't a lot. So if 500 and no, I'm sorry, I put 55. 599 people pay $5 a month to this platform, they're making $2,995. That's not a lot at all. But as you can see, they have $5, $20, and $50. Yeah, they're not doing big numbers here on Patreon, but I'll take 599 members at $5 a pop, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I think of the large bulk of their money is definitely made through their live streams.
Definitely, and also they charge, I think, $600 per hour to their for their help. That's the last time I checked. Yeah.
Okay.
Could be 1,000. Could be 1,000 actually. I think $1,000 an hour.
That's a lot of money to pay for young men who aren't really credentialed. And
heck no. All right, let's get into this video, man. Because
watch it. Let's get into it, bro. All right, here we go. Here's the video. We're gonna play it in its entirety. We'll be pausing it so that we can commentate on it. But yeah, let's see what they have to say.
And we are live.
Live.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast, man. We got a very important announcement for you guys. Let's get into the show.
Let's go.
Yeah. Please fast forward.
to the
I
Fresh
hate
and Fit
that
podcast.
intro. I absolutely hate that intro.
Yeah. And I'm gonna. They're probably gonna hit me up. Let me speed this up a little bit.
Yeah.
And guys, don't be funny, Fresh and Fit, because if you come at me after after complaining about free speech, all right, if you come at me trying to copyright me right now, you're gonna be playing yourself. I'll be perfectly honest with you. This is free speech. This is us reacting to what you said. So let's be grown men about it. And if we have any criticism, please accept it as a grown man. All right. So let's speed this up just a little bit. All right. Let's get at it.
All right, and we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh and Fit Podcast,
And
man.
shout out to everybody that's
as you guys know, we had a show scheduled earlier with Psych Hacks, but we had to cancel because we got some really, sucky news.
Crazy news.
Yeah, crazy news, real talk.
Yeah.
Right now we're live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble. And guys, I mean,
Is this the end, bro? Because we got some bad news, man. I mean, when I heard, I was shocked because we love YouTube, man.
yeah,
We love streaming,
yeah,
and at this point, I feel like our whole lives are revolved around streaming, and adding value to people online. It's just like it won't be the same, bro.
Yeah.
Let me just pause this. It's pretty sad and this is not a knock on them specifically. If anybody's life completely surrounds streaming or doing what they do for money, you got to get out. You got to get out more. Like, you really have to get out more. You have to experience life. And I will say this: like, you guys are getting relationship advice, life advice from people whose life is surrounded around live streaming.
Right.
And this is what you're paying $600 to $1,000 to get advice every hour for. Like, it's
Don't spoil the spoiler yet.
all right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
What we heard.
in 2020, guys, as you guys know, I was working for the government, right? I was a special agent of Homeland Security. He worked for Wix, we'll just call it.
Yeah.
Right.
Wix.com, yeah.
And he was a tech support. I was arresting bad guys, etc. We started this podcast. We did our first episode on October 26th, 2020. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And Chris was there. The apartment was all empty and shit. And and we had our first podcast. If you guys go back and watch it, like the thing was all zooming in and out and everything else like that, and it was all messed up.
It's like we're at a house club.
Yeah.
In and out.
Yeah, it was literally but we got it figured out. We got the lighting fixed, and we continued to improve. Fresh landed some really good guests early on, and continues to get.
I will say this: like one thing that I will never knock is their quality.
Yeah, they got nice quality.
Yeah,
They put money. They put money into this getup. I agree with you.
100%. Like, that's one. I will say this, right? If they ever did like a course on podcasting, right? I probably wouldn't pay for it. but if they ever did a video about that on YouTube or whatever and how they became successful, I would definitely watch it and how they up their quality on their podcast, because for sure they are killing that game right now.
Yeah, they did. Kind of reminds me of like Ruslan, how he improved his thing.
Ruslan is doing his thing.
Yeah.
And man, like, I'm proud of him. He's doing amazing things.
That's a great guest. And
we made hours of content in the streets, TikTok, Patreon.
Yeah.
Many nights, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Chris was there too.
While working jobs.
And
then I'll never forget. I get an email, November 14th. Internal Affairs. Hey, we need you to come in for an interview. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Right. And I'm working at the government, sitting at my desk, writing up a report, and I see this email. Yeah. And this is 2020 November. And I, I go, I let my supervisor know, hey, I got to go up to, the Internal Affairs office, right? Because it's not at the same building as us. And, I go over there and they take my phone. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's going on here? And then, you know, and then they're like, they didn't want to tell me, but they're like, you know, hey, you know, it's part of an internal investigation. Next day I meet up with the, you know, the special agent in charge, and they tell me, hey, it has to do with your YouTube. And right there it clicked. I was like, wait, hold on. Okay. They probably think that I'm recording videos on my phone. Like that's what it is, which it was a fucking like iPhone 6 or 7. It was a piece of shit. And what ended up happening is I had to make a really tough decision that month. I remember going back and forth, trying to negotiate, trying to figure out what we're going to do. And, you know, they're like, no, like you have to pick one. You have to either, you're going to be a YouTuber or you can be a special agent of Homeland, but you're not going to do both.
So when I saw this part, it led me to ask myself, I wonder if it was just the fact that he was doing YouTube, or was it the content he was putting out on YouTube?
You know what's funny when he said that, right? I don't know. I mean, I have to look it up. If there is is there a thing where you cannot be in government and do YouTube at the same time? I kind of felt cap on that. Also, I used to work for the government. We never used iPhones. I don't know if they took his personal phone. If that was the case, I think you need a subpoena for that to take someone's phone. Because they give you like a state phone. Usually it was like a Bluetooth or something like that. Not Bluetooth. What do you call it?
BlackBerry.
A BlackBerry phone.
Yep.
And once you have your BlackBerry phone, it's encrypted, so forth and so on. You really can't use anything other than that phone for work purposes. So I didn't really understand why they took his phone, unless he was using his phone to tape inside of Homeland Security or whatever. That I could only see the reason why they took his phone. And if it was already on YouTube or whatever, all they had to do was just bring it up and be like, hey, Mr. Gaines, I know that's not his real name, this is not appropriate for representative of us, and da 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 da. So I kind of feel there was a little cap on that.
Yeah, I agree. It probably was more of what they were doing on YouTube, what they were saying on YouTube, because as an officer, people will watch that and think that you're speaking on behalf. So I know, like me as a teacher, there's certain things that I can say here, right? But if I go into an area that makes the DOE look bad as an employee, they're going to let me go.
Right.
They're going to let me go. They're going to tell me either you do YouTube or you do teaching. You can't do both because of what you're talking about. So I agree. I call cap on that also, unless he can prove it. But I don't think he's ever going to really go into that. But again, they started this podcast and they went like full steam ahead on the debauchery, I'm going to use a grown man term, nonsense.
But I think the thing was they got kicked off of either TikTok or Snapchat first, because he had said something about dating a girl, and if she doesn't want to have sex with you the first night, then you call somebody like right there in front of her. I think it was that video that got him the first.
See, hearing stuff like that frustrates me because it's content creators like this that get all the attention, and they cause the most harm in our society. And then things like this happen.
I look at it this way: like, everybody does not stop. No. How should I put it? I look at it this way: most people stop to look at the accident. We just do. That's why. Why is traffic always slowing down? Because people stop to look at the accident
on the other side of the highway.
Yeah, and so that's the only reason why they are able to get the views that they get.
Yeah. All right, let's continue.
And I had to make that decision. I remember you were there.
Yeah.
We had Andrew here. And I was like, well, we got people working for us now. There's people that depend on us. You had pretty much quit your gig. So I was like, all right, I'm going to resign. And I walked in December 5th, turned in all my stuff. And yeah, I walked away from the U.S. government. It was a good, you know, 6-figure job. It was stable.
Hold on,
It was a lot of fun. I
right
enjoyed it.
there.
You guys know my Fed reaction.
He said Andrew. Was it Andrew Tate that he mentioned?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, I'm not sure.
Because he said Andrew. If that's Andrew Tate came in, I think, once they were like big. It was like post Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, continue.
Yeah.
So that's because if he was still working Homeland Security and doing this, then they probably didn't care about his content because he was already big at that time when Andrew Tate got.
Well, but if Andrew was there and he was associating himself with Andrew, and Andrew was doing all these courses, teaching people teaching men how to recruit women to do videos online for them, right? And all the trafficking talk that he was referring to, I said the word, gosh, YouTube doesn't monetize the video. But after, because again, that was a couple
no, you're missing my point.
Yeah.
If he's talking about Andrew Tate, right? Andrew Tate didn't get on this show until this show was very popular.
Gotcha.
Because I remember Fresh and Fit before they were Fresh and Fit. And so if Homeland Security gave him an ultimatum, all I'm saying is that it had to been at least 1.5 years, or maybe close to 2 years, that they were doing the Fresh and Fit content before Andrew Tate got wind of them and got on the show. That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha. So
forget about the content. I'm trying to dissect whether this guy's telling truth or not. Well,
the timeline is true. Okay. Yeah.
So you guys see how I talk when I'm talking on that channel, and yeah, and I haven't. I tell you guys that story to tell you that I haven't felt like that since today, and it sucks, guys. It really does suck. Fortunately, we made some moves, etc. And we kind of knew that the type of content that we make, for us to be able to give you this content, we have to.
It comes at a cost.
It comes at a cost, dude.
And it won't be here forever.
But so again, the content that they make comes at a cost. This is that cost. The content that you make comes at a cost, and this is that cost, whether you want to accept it or not. If you say what you say on YouTube, which you got the right to say, understand that YouTube is going to say, okay, our advertisers don't want to align themselves with this content. So
right.
YouTube is a business, right? And they're concerned about the capital, the bottom line, the money. And if your content, regardless if it's, getting the views, if the advertisers don't want to be associated with it, they're going to pull you from the program.
Right. Which is the risk that we all take, me and you, of when we create content, we have to go by the YouTube guidelines, or we risk being demonetized, or channel being struck down, like whatever. Yeah. So to me, it's like, why didn't you see this coming? I mean, I was wondering, why did they take so long?
Yeah. Yeah, because they were doing this for a while, since what, 2020?
No. 2020. 3 years.
Yeah. 3 years. So, and they grew a lot. Their audience, they have a huge audience, probably one of the biggest podcasters right now in YouTube. And now they chose, and which begs me to ask, YouTube, why wait so long if this is the content that they've always talked about? Why do this now?
Here's the thing. I don't know if you've been paying attention. A lot of other people's channels have been, suspended for weeks or so. I got a couple of YouTube friends that they're just now getting back on to YouTube for, little things. You know what I'm saying? Like the Suki Hana, or whatever her name is, video. Whatever they're talking about in the news and stuff like that. If they say the wrong things, now they're getting suspended. So it seems that there's a crackdown. I did research before we got on here that YouTube's policy has changed.
Mhm.
You know, like you can't curse in the first 8 seconds. I know you have a problem with that. I'm just kidding. You know, so I think that advertisers are probably cracking down. Like, look, we don't want to be represented in, you know, certain content, but I think they get into that. They get into that.
Yeah, and shout out to CJJ who said that she thinks the white hoods were a lot. Again, yeah, I think because of their size and the magnitude, their reach, even the content that they don't put on YouTube, you know, which that video wasn't put on YouTube, it was on I think a Rumble.
Yeah, it was on Rumble.
Yeah, on Rumble. People are going to watch. People are going to watch, and if you're an ex-Fed, Feds are probably watching you too, like G. Fran says. So, yeah, let's continue.
Yeah. And
we
you
know
know,
that going
Fresh
into it.
always said this, you know, enjoy us while you can.
Yeah.
They
thought he was capping, man.
Yeah.
They thought it was a joke.
And you know, we made moves on the side knowing that this could potentially happen. And guys, we the channel has been kicked off the YouTube partner program. Just keep it straight with
If you look right now, you can't even super chat or
you can't even super chat right now.
Yep.
So this is the beginning of the end of this era.
So we are in trolling chat. So
yeah. So you literally can't. Yeah, man. So it's so basically we're gonna figure out what's going on because we don't even really know all the details. We're working with YouTube to try to come to a middle ground and, you know, work together and figure this out. But for now,
we don't even know why.
We don't know the specific.
They don't know why. This is yeah, and this is one of those things that frustrate me about people like this who do specific red pill content. They press women to be accountable for their actions, but when they get held accountable for theirs, they don't know why.
Yeah, that it kills me how they talk. I hate to spoil it because we got
to we gotta keep going. Don't spoil
it. But he said something, and I just was like, "Go ahead."
Yeah, but we'll play. Come on.
Reason.
But we don't, in any form or fashion, hate YouTube or want to go at them. We're just saying, you know what? We wish we knew the reason why, but we respect, you know, for them to use the platform and keeping us here for a while. And like, you know, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, just, you know, they're still on YouTube. They can still produce content on YouTube. They just can't at this specific moment monetize the content. So I just want to make sure everybody is clear about that.
Their super chats are down.
Yeah, super chats are down. Yep.
That you guys know, right?
Now, could you explain a little bit, like, because you've been on YouTube and you've been monetizing longer than I have, like, what causes someone to get their super chats going?
So when somebody violates the guidelines of the YouTube partner program, then you'll get, you know, penalized for it. You may be able to keep your content up, but you may not be able to monetize on it. And a lot of it has to do with advertisers. So like, let's say, for instance, I'll post a video and shout out to, what's her name? Verns, right? Verns said something on the channel, on the live stream that we did, that caused the video to have limited monetization. So there's monetization, limited monetization, or your video can't be monetized at all. Limited monetization means that it's going your reach is going to be limited, and the advertisers will be limited as well.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, so that's part of it. So now if you keep saying things that advertisers really don't want to align with, then eventually you lose your YouTube partner program and lose your monetization. And if you've developed a business around this, it's going to hurt. Like, it's going to hurt these brothers. It really is. They said they made some moves on the side to, you know, just in case this happened. But I don't know how much moves you can make on the side to supplement hundreds and hundreds of dollars every single evening by going live. That's they make hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every night. It's nothing for want somebody from the viewers to drop, or a few of them to drop $100 super chats.
I mean, the thing is, it's like you do have Patreon. You do have another platform I can't say, but you got a lot of platforms that will be able to take, and they have the bandwidth of people that would actually pay, because their fans are idiots. So I mean, they are. They come on my channel. They hate me. So it's like I get it. I mean, I Sneeko and what's this guy's name? Nick Fuentes, right? They all got deplatformed all over, but for some way, somehow, they're still making money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was just this was eventually going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, and they have to have known. They have to have known.
Yeah, that's all they boys. How could they not know? This is all they boys.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's continue.
Pod, we push the edge, right? We push the envelope. We're not going to lie about that. Like, we give you guys the real deal when it comes to getting in shape, when it comes to
money, girls,
dating, improving yourself, etc. And unfortunately, to be able to give people real advice that they can take in real life and apply to the real world, you have to have uncomfortable conversations about uncomfortable topics in uncomfortable times. Guys, it's about to be an election year. You know what I mean? We're talking about certain points, and we've
the uncomfortable conversations I'm all for. I support that. It's how they were going about it, having these conversations, because they weren't bringing anybody that really disagree with their position, unless it was a woman that they can dunk on.
Here's the thing, though. I'm going to use code so I don't get you in trouble. Okay.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
But they were talking about a lot of conspiracies that happened around a particular time in September of 2001.
Yeah.
And they were also trying to like get like when they were trying like I see like Pearly Things is trying to do this, and other Redpill quote unquote content is trying to do this also. They're trying to get the Alex Jones crowd in, the conspiracy theories. They're pivoting from the relationship content into the more conspiracy theory content.
Got you.
So I believe, because there was a thing I believe a couple of months ago where the FBI was starting to look into Red Pill content, and the reason why is because of now they're trying to do this grift. Sure. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. Press R1. And it's you said the FBI was looking into it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they were censoring their program. Because remember,
Alex Jones.
they want to actually monitor, because there was a couple of God, I don't know if I could say this.
Oh, Alex Jones is the dude that talked about the shooting in the school.
Yes.
Yes,
the school shooter that used to love this content.
Yeah, this bozo. All right, got you. Oh man, this is what happened. Never mind. This is not an attack. All right, I'm not. All right, should we continue?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
You brought up certain points that might not be politically correct, right? That might not necessarily align with everyone's viewpoints, right? And we've worked really hard to bring people on that have different viewpoints, right? Some of them very controversial, some of them that may or may not be politically correct. And that's unfortunately the risk that you take when you make the kind of content that we do.
Even other platforms, look at Rumble. They're taking a huge beating on the stock market.
Yeah,
I mean, they're up.
Despite having one of the best years for revenue and for views and everything. And
so this comes at a cost, no matter who you are, company, individual, creator.
Yep.
And a lot of you guys want to be aspiring RB creators as well, and I respect that. But just know, at a certain level, it will cost you a price you got to pay. And I think
so I've said this on my channel a couple of times, and I've talked about the red pill, have to be careful that they're cracking down. They have to be. I should have had the video up. I've been saying this, I think, a couple of videos ago about the red pill. Andrew Tate getting investigated. There comes a time where everybody just has to wake up and say, you know what, this wave that we're riding is about to end. It's about to end. Okay. People are not home anymore as much as they are. People out and about. The very men that they've captured, the audience that they captured, are now going out there and practicing the very things that these men, these red pill content creators, are telling them to practice. And I could only imagine that it's not going to end well.
Well, I don't think YouTube or any other platform cares about what they do. They care about the bottom line and the advertisers. I think the thing what he just mentioned about Rumble, how Rumble, this and that, Rumble needs advertisers at the end of the day to be on Rumble so they could pay everybody that subscribes to Rumble. That's how we get paid on YouTube, right? But if a company is found out to be subscribing to Rumble and then Rumble keep on having this controversial content, if you're a public company, you're a public company, you're a public, I gotta repeat that, public company, right? Unless you are OF, okay, where you have a subscription base. Your subscription base is basically paying for all the stuff that you are basically showing. So you really don't need those advertisers. Now, the problem with OF was when they wanted to go kind of like in a public way. I think it was like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, and they wanted to get rid of all the explicit content on OF. And all the OF people were like, oh, we can't make our money, then we're going to be out. Then they were like, well, then we're going to lose all our creators.
Creators,
because these platforms that don't have a subscription base, they need the creators. It's like Instagram. Like I'm a creator on Instagram. I used to get paid by Instagram. Then Instagram gave us the verification. Now we have people paying into the verification. That got rid of the monetization because they were like, well, hey, sorry creators, we ain't gonna pay you guys no more. We are getting paid by the verification method.
That's nonsense.
And it's like Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk, he's trying to find advertisers, but he can't. So what did he start? He started the subscription model to give you more free speech. Eventually, Rumble, I don't know much about Rumble. Maybe you know more than me, but I'm assuming it's not a subscription model right now.
Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I started a page on Rumble, but like I don't know if I have the time right now to upload on both. I stay with YouTube because YouTube puts some money in my pocket every month, which I appreciate.
But here's the thing, I'm not gonna lie. It's always great to have a backup plan.
Yeah.
Because look, every moment they're changing something. I know a guy that has 80,000 subscribers. I don't want to tell his business, but he's on his second strike. One more strike, he's gone.
He's on the second one.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the 90s, man. I feel like it's the 90s. I feel like it's the 90s. The 3 strikes. Man, that was hard back in the 90s. You know, and YouTube's making it hard for us right now. 3 strikes.
How many strikes did you have back in the day? Don't tell anybody.
I can't. No. I was a good boy. All right, let's continue.
I can't say I was a good boy. I just never got caught.
Myron understand this, and we were saying, you know what? At some point, we're gonna have to deal with this price, and today's the day.
Yeah. And my thing is, guys, more than ever, real talk, more than ever. I know a lot of you guys send me messages, and trust me, I look at them. I really do look at them, and as a matter of fact, I save them too because I sent some of them to Fresh today.
Yeah.
When you guys send me your DMs and say, "Yo, you saved my life," "Yo, you sent me a picture of your credit score," "Yo, my girl is making sandwiches now," or whatever it is, right? that really means a lot to us, right? We've helped a lot of you guys from killing yourselves, from injuring yourself, from making a really bad decision or doing something that you can't necessarily take back. What I'm asking you guys is, just like we've saved you guys, we need you guys to save.
He's telling them to make good decisions because they can do something that they can't necessarily take back, except for sleeping around with women and potentially getting them pregnant. And then when they do get pregnant, shaming the women for getting pregnant and not getting in an operation. But yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Save us. We need you guys to support us on Rumble, because that's the last bastion of free speech at this point.
Yeah.
Rumble.com/Fresh and Fit, guys. Like, you need to go on there right now, follow the channel, subscribe. It's $5 a month, because if you guys want to see.
So I guess it is a subscription base. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now they had I'm gonna do some math real quick. They had 14,000 people watching today. And if they can get 14,000 people to pay $5 a month on Rumble, that's $70,000 a month that they'll be able to get potentially.
Yeah.
On Rumble. It's not bad.
But what are their overhead?
Well,
that's the thing too.
Yeah.
Because they look like they have an expensive, and also they pay for guests too to come.
Yeah, they mentioned that.
Like yeah.
I hear you. I'm with you on that.
To keep making this content, that's what it's going to be, and we've worked really hard to try to
keep it free
as long as possible, man.
On YouTube,
like
accessible.
You guys know this. We don't sit here and pitch courses to y'all every month. We're not always, trying to take money from y'all. When you guys super chat, it's just it's you guys showing support to the show. It engages the show, and we for real. If we've impacted your life and we've saved it, we need you guys to save us now.
I gotta call a name too from the very beginning. Black Lemur. He saw the show, appreciated the show. He donated a big amount for cameras. I think most cameras are here named after him because he donated a lot of money for support and appreciation. And we don't ask for much, guys. We just ask for your support. And right now, it needs to be on Rumble. That's where we're going to be, and they have our back. At this point,
we don't know what could happen with YouTube.
Yeah, we don't know.
It's really out of our hands. And yeah, I mean, we're going to work with them, right? We're going to be diplomatic and do what we got to do.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, for y'all to get the content that y'all want
from us,
the way that it needs to be said, we're going to have to do everything on Rumble. We'll still be posting on YouTube, right, to a degree, right, completely free as usual. But guys, it's expensive to run this. I mean,
Yeah, so I think, you were right as far as the subscription is concerned. So if it's a subscriber-based thing and not advertiser driven, then they can definitely be successful on Rumble.
Yeah, the only problem is that because Rumble is new, and Rumble has their own money problems. Because here's the thing too, we have to mention that in order to have all these videos, you're going to have servers. You're going to have places to have these servers, so forth and so on. It's very expensive to run a platform.
Yeah, true.
It's hugely expensive to house all that data. So I think the thing is that when the advertisers come, that's when they will crack down on most of the content.
Yeah.
So it's important for them to kind of put it behind the paywall. But I think that the thing about the whole paywall method is that which I gotta give them credit. This was an emotional stream that they did so far, and the idiots that watched this show. And it was like I was listening to those keywords, like, oh yeah, I would use those keywords if I was them. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, it's just the Matrix and so forth and so on.
Yeah, I was waiting for
them against us, and we save lives and all this other stuff. I'm just like, hold on, man. I do clearly remember them telling people that if you don't have a good life, you should off yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
And I don't understand, like how is it that somebody doesn't want to off themselves, find their content inspiring when it's all about doom and gloom and women ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if I lived my life where if I believed all women were nothing, you know what I'm saying? Look, there's some good women and there's a lot of bad women and then everybody in between. There's but if I had to regurgitate all these things over and over and over again, these beliefs, I don't know. I would be in a state of depression. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it'll actually lead you to want to do things like that. So
yeah, like I wouldn't get a girlfriend if they were telling the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it wouldn't make no sense. I would never get like I would literally die alone if I believe their content was true. Like, oh, she'll cheat, she'll da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the point of me living my life if that was the thing? And they talked about, and it would kill me, right? He talks about like, oh, we save lives. Look, people don't even watch the content when they talk about wealth, fitness, or whatever. You could just look at the pages. Yeah. People only watch because of the girls.
Yeah.
And the girls only come on because they know that these simps, these aggressive, sad men, they will subscribe to their OFs and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. 100%. So really, it's them making F&F as big as they are right now. So
who's that? Who's that?
The OF models.
It's the guys. It's the guys.
Well,
it's no.
If it wasn't for them having them on the show.
Yeah. It's what gets people to tune in. Right?
It's like back in the day. Like I remember being a kid and going to the supermarket and seeing advertisement for billboards, like those cardboards for like alcohol, beer, of women, just dressed. Yeah. It draws the eyes. People want to watch.
True.
Commercials of cars with women back in the day. It's not so much anymore, but that's I remember because it draws.
I ain't gonna lie, like you my paintings. Anytime I paint a beautiful woman, it does get more. Yeah, I get that. No, but what I'm saying is like yes, if it wasn't for the women, nobody would watch.
Yeah.
But there is a feel good when men see them destroy women on that panel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
They absolutely love it. That is a kick.
Yeah, they love. Yeah, that's what made KS so popular also with the men.
Right.
Like again, I'm not comparing F&F with KS. They're very, very different. And honestly, this is just me. I really don't think that KS meant harm. I think he really wanted to see, marriages, prevail. But giving women and men back in the day,
the problem with Kevin Samuels was his ego. I think
definitely, no doubt.
I think his ego, because I think he could have been a net positive. I found most of the stuff like when that Joe Budden's podcast interview, I was like, man, like if he could tone it down and talk like he did on Joe Budden's interview, and they were going back and forth with him a little bit, challenging on his things. He was making perfect sense. But I think though is that we both know, and you alluded to this earlier, is that the negativity, the camaraderie, people watch. Like Rusan just sent me a DM, right? It's like, remember when, look, this is public, so I could say it. When him and Marcus Rogers were going at each other, you've never seen that many views on his channel ever since.
Yeah.
But anytime you talked about anything positive or anything, Lord, scripture and all of this stuff, like, cause I'm in the thing. It's a low number.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For his, 400,000, subscribers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these are Christians. So think about it, right? So even Christians,
Well,
right? So if I don't remember how many, I think it was like 3,000 in that live stream when they were going back and forth. I don't remember, but it was a lot of people, right? And so we like the back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, we enjoy it. We want the drama.
Yeah.
No, drama sells. Yeah.
I'm reading it.
No.
Go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. Doesn't know what you're talking about. But...
Hate to even have this conversation with y'all, but we have a staff of like 20 people.
Being transparent.
Being 100% transparent with y'all.
We make it look easy, guys, but like we have people that work for us that legit have a need and depend on us.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for this current platform right now, they wouldn't eat. Neither their kids. So it's kind of like,
especially Mo.
Well, then I could be eating for a while. But the point is that like right now, guys, like we're being.
So just so that you guys know, there's gonna be some words that aren't the best here. So is this it?
Danger.
Okay, so if you have little ones watching, please put them to bed. It's 10:54. They really should be in bed anyway. And if you're watching this on another day, please don't watch this with your children.
Joining here and telling you, look, listen, we need your help. And if ever before you appreciate the content, you gain value from getting your credit score up, getting a girlfriend or wife, or even getting money from money.
That last part, a girlfriend or a wife. Like, I put this challenge out there. Okay, anybody that watched this, if you were able to get married, and I'm being perfectly honest with you, I really would like to know if you were able to get married based off the advice and practicing the advice that F&F gave you. DM me your story. Go to Instagram at Andre_D_Harrison and DM me your story and how they helped you not only find a wife, but maintain a positive marriage. I would love to know that.
Mondays, guys, like we need to help today.
Yeah,
on Rumble.
We really do. We really do. Because, and I hate to even say this, man, because it's like we prided ourselves on like, yo, we're just gonna show up every week. We're gonna give y'all 6 shows completely free. You don't have to send in a super chat if you don't want to. Just watch the content. We'll be cool. But I don't know what it is.
And we've made investments ourselves as well, real estate as well as other businesses. So we are on some level stable.
Yeah.
But to keep this running,
to keep this running
high quality,
at this level,
the gas and what we spend to even get people out here is a lot, and people that work for us. So
yeah. So the reason why, guys, we're able to continue updating equipment, right? Like I know y'all made jokes about the internet, whatever. We get stuff fixed quick like that because we made investments into the equipment. Guys, I have backup microphones. I have backup mixers. I have backup equipment that is really expensive, right? But I had that there for the show. Like y'all see me, I wear the same clothes. You guys make fun of me, Myron. You wear the same stuff. You got no drip. Blah blah blah. I do it because I'm like, yo, the only thing that matters is the pod. Like I don't care about me looking good and being flashy and all that stuff. And Fresh was like, nah, I don't care about it either.
I think they should have.
Hold on. I gotta address Ghost Illmatic. Illmatic.
What happened?
First of all,
yeah,
you're not Illmatic. Okay, that should be Nas. Okay, number one. Number two, he got women married. Look, I'm known for being like Kevin Samuels. I defended Kevin Samuels. Ask Andre.
Yeah.
I defended Kevin Samuels sometimes, but I kept it, to a point.
Even you and I had like private conversations about this and heated.
Heated conversations, right? But one thing CP, the artist, will never do is pander or hold my truth.
Yeah.
He probably got a handful of women married, right? Because I've seen those videos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not deeming that because look, there's a saying, right? There's a saying that even a garbage can gets a stick.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Even garbage can get steak. And I clearly said that when he was on the Joe Budden's podcast, he was speaking a lot of good. He was speaking a lot of good. But we can't deny that he did become a controversial figure.
Very much.
And he knew that worked. Trust me. I know when we do content creation, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like when we do content creation, right? And we put a thumbnail up or we, you know, talk about a certain subject, we know whether that we know whether or not that video is going to be good or is going to be bad.
Yeah.
Point blank. And he was a master of that, and he was good at that. Yeah. And I don't hate Kevin Samuels. I gave him a salute on my channel when he died. I remember it was Andre. We were in a group chat and we was talking about, did he really die and so on. It is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. And again, I had disagreements with Kevin Samuels with what he was saying. And I had to keep telling people that, like, the man, I don't really have anything bad to say about who he is as a person. But there's some things that I adamantly disagree with, like the whole high value men don't cheat, they explore options.
Oh, I agree. I disagree with a whole lot of things that he said. A lot of things he said. Like when he's talking about paying for you know what? You know, he was a proponent of paying for, you know what I'm saying?
And again,
you know, he was telling people, oh, black man, you gotta get over this. This is what white men are doing, and this, so on and so on. You gotta be. It was like, come on, man, like, just chill. I lost friends over me defending Kevin Samuel because I could at least take a little bit of the bad, unfortunately, with the good, and that's how I you know, kind of rationalize things sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, you know, that part is bad, but I understand this little part of the good. I'm able to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but when it comes to these young brothers in Miami, there's not much I can say that I agree with. I gotta be honest, I don't watch much of their content as far as the Money Mondays, but they're my focus, my center is relationships, and what they say about relationships doesn't really work in almost any society. Not if we really want to see people come together. So yeah, so when they talk about, you know, they help people get married, I want to see those receipts. Those receipts I want to see. So again, if you're watching this, please DM me your stories.
Right.
Like, he gave up all his cars pretty much, watches, all that stuff, because we're like, bro, we need to be all in with the podcast. We need to invest in the podcast, and we invested more in recruiting, getting Chris the resources he needs, because we have like a whole operation with like getting girls on the show. Guys, it's extremely difficult. How many people have you seen try to do what we do? We're bringing girls on and absolutely fail and quit. We've been doing it consistently for 3 years, guys, and that eats up so much money, so much time, so much resources. But we said, you know what? We're going to continue to invest in it because you guys want the content. We're not going to quit. We're going to keep giving you guys what you guys wanted from the beginning.
And especially with our reputation, guys, it is not easy getting guests for the show or girls, just so you know.
Yeah.
I wonder why. I wonder why it's not easy to get guests or girls for the show, because if they say something that you don't like, you dunk on them. You quote unquote go Frank Castle on them because you don't like what they say or they disagree with you and you feel disrespected. Come on, guys. Like, why would they want to go on your show? Why? Like, don't put out the violin and start claiming out how hard it is for you guys because you guys can't find guests for your shows. The reason why you can't find guests for your shows is because you make most of your money based on the women that you come on the show, and then when they do come on the show, men want to watch you rag on them. Like, women don't want to be ragged on. So no, it's gonna be hard to find the guests for your show. And when you do adolescent content, you're not gonna get people who are serious about doing good in the world coming to your content, like coming to your show and talk about your content. It just won't happen.
Yeah, I've realized, like, sometimes when you're out there, they get the lowest of the low off the street. And then when things go crazy, like, you know what I'm saying, that they want, I'm like, oh, and they, oh, look and see, this is why modern women and so, no, because like you said, Dre, if they have a hard time getting people on the show, then they get in the lowest of the low. They're pulling anybody off the street.
Yeah. Yeah. And then say, I'll give you money to just come on the show.
I don't think they're getting paid. I don't think, I think some are getting paid, but I don't think all are getting paid.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. Like they don't have people like Rebecca Barrett on anymore. Like I haven't seen a Rebecca Barrett type of person on there. Like she was on the show.
Rebecca kind of changed though, and love to her and James. I'm cool with.
Yeah.
I think though, when she came on, there was a little bit of overlap. Yeah. And there was overlap with me too. Right. I do remember where Hafiz was on Fresh and Fit. That was the first time I actually saw Fresh and Fit, when Hafiz was on there.
Yeah.
And that's when Kevin Samuels did that that demolishing of those 3 women that were feminists.
Yeah.
That's how I got onto Fresh and Fit. Their platform was a little bit more centered, a lot more centered. And then once they started doing the content where, they're kicking out women and so forth and so on, and they became like these playboys, that's when things started to, change. And then, like the arguments that me and you have had, or discussions me and you had, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do believe that there are some overlap, not completely overlapping, when it comes to our quote unquote values or whatever, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I'm just writing Tijo right back. I haven't done it yet. I will. I will be addressing that. Kiki Palmer and Usher video. I started watching it with my wife, and I shut it off. I was like, no, we ain't watching this. No, it's nonsense. But tag. But that's a whole nother topic. Let's continue on with this video.
It looks easy because we do it every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but it's not easy for Chris, for us. So understand your support.
That's why Chris is so fat right now and alcoholic. I mean, if I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all, like if I'm gonna be all the way, like a big reason why we don't like shit on Chris so much, even though we should, right? For his drinking and shit. Like, bro, he has a stressful ass job.
Yeah.
Like he really has a stressful ass job. All these other channels are trying to do what Chris is doing.
Yeah.
And they can't do it.
Thanks.
And the only reason we're able to do it is because we invest in it. We believe in Chris. Chris has a whole team underneath him.
Shit. I mean, we did a show on Wednesday to show appreciation for Chris.
Yeah.
Because all the work he puts in.
Yeah. So guys, I'm not saying this to be like, oh my God, I feel sorry for us, but it's like for us to run the show at this level, right? Where we are competing with some of the top podcasts in the world that are heavily funded, have sponsors, etc. We don't have sponsors like that, guys. Because look at the content that we make. We're bringing on really controversial guests talking about.
You don't have sponsors because of the content that you make. You know who do have sponsors? YouTube. YouTube has sponsors. YouTube have advertisers. They pay them to share their ads on content on YouTube. So the very reason why you do not or cannot get sponsorships is probably the very reason why YouTube pulled your partnership program.
Here, I got to be a contrarian here.
Got you. Hit me.
I do not want sponsors. The reason why is I do not want my content to be censored for the things I have to say. And I'm going to make this clear. I really don't want Fresh and Fit canceled.
Yeah.
I called for the cancellation after they did the whole thing because I thought enough is enough, right? Well, I thought that was the final straw with the hoodie thing.
Yeah, but this isn't like a cancellation. They're not pulling their content.
Yeah. But I think it's coming to that though, because from what you've been in the game longer than I have, right?
Yeah.
Can't YouTube go back at your whole archive of videos and get rid of your channel? I think that's happened.
Yeah, they have. Like they've gotten rid of people's channel. Yeah.
Right. So I believe
videos. They'll take all your content, everything, and your channel will be gone.
Right. Yeah. There's something that you could post it 9 years ago, and you could just get rid of your thing. And they're as controversial as Sneeko was. It's a possibility that their channel will be gone.
But you're right. That happened to me. I got a notice from YouTube a couple of months ago, on a video I did a while back, like a few years ago. It wasn't a crazy video, but something happened. It was monetized. It was a monetized video, and it was maybe 3 years old, 2 years old. And they hit me up like a couple of months ago saying that this video can no longer be monetized. And I'm like, wait, this video's been monetized for all this time. It doesn't have a lot of views on it, but it monetized all this time, and all of a sudden, so they're going back and looking at content, and I think that's a good point. Something that you posted 3 years ago could possibly bite you in the butt today.
Also, they have the power of AI, where AI could just run through your whole catalog.
Yeah, true.
Flag it for XYZ and get rid of it.
Yeah. Have I ever been shadow banned? I got to be honest with you. I don't know if I have been shadow banned. So, and that's one of, I guess that's one of the things that I struggle with on YouTube. I'm so focused on trying to create content when I do that I don't think about how many people are watching it, or if YouTube is, decreasing my reach to the people I really should get the videos, like my subscribers, which I should. So I don't know if I've ever been shadow banned. Lately, my number's been okay for based on what my channel has been doing average wise. So I don't know if I've ever been shadow banned, but I hope I never do get shadow banned. Yeah.
Really controversial topics. Guys, we had a debate on a certain topic that I won't even go into that other people would never touch.
Yeah.
Who else is doing that? Giving you guys consistent value, etc. And when I stand on this, when I truly say we have saved more lives and saved more men's and impacted more men's lives than any other podcast on any platform.
And it shows.
I can concretely say that thanks to you guys.
And it shows wherever we go. Fresh and Fit, you guys saved my life. Yo, you changed my entire life. I'm now happy because I was so depressed. It's just like wherever we go, Dubai, Canada, UK, even here in Miami, Romania, wherever we go, man. I was in Jamaica, bro, for an event. People came up to me.
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, man. So, like, again,
is that what it is? Like a dog? There's a dog right here.
Oh yeah, that's Fresh's dog.
Oh, never noticed. Yeah, okay, all right, well behaved, just chilling.
Before we pride ourselves on like not charging out, and we're still not going to tell you guys like, oh yeah, you have to blah blah blah. But if you can, right, subscribe on Rumble, guys. It's $5, man.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
Actually, Chris,
locals is $20.
Show you guys.
We'll show you how to do it. We'll show screen.
But to show even more, we're going to be moving the studio to a bigger, better location as well with your support.
I wasn't even going to tell y'all that. I was going to surprise you guys. But yeah, guys, we man, we're going to be all the way transparent.
Yeah. See, okay, someone already joined already. Sam World Z47. So is that so you need to open up the Fresh and Fit Rumble account and then go to subscribe at the very bottom.
I've been like, whether it's the press writing articles on us, videos getting taken.
So I may have skipped this part. So they've also had beef with the managers of the building that they do this podcast in.
Right.
The building that they're in, they want them out as well.
I couldn't imagine, because you're in an apartment complex making all that noise, and they're fighting. Like, the girls are fighting and they're drunk. You know what I'm saying? They're getting kicked out. Like, if I was in an apartment complex, and that apartment looks pretty expensive. And when I would be mad.
And when what's his name? I forgot his name. The dude with the dreads that used to work with them.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Asante or
yeah. When they had that situation in their beef, and Myron pulled out the gun.
Right.
If I because the thing, if I own this building, I'm watching this every single day, because there's liabilities happening in there, and they're going to pay me if anything happens in that apartment. Right.
Right.
I'll be watching it every day. But I got to be honest with you. Once I saw that gun come out, if I was a manager, the owner of that Allende, thank you, Ghost-O-Matic, Allende, I would have kicked them out. They would have got the eviction notice right then and there.
I had to look this up. Okay, so Myron Gaines, he has a 30-minute video coaching call, like with you, if you want to call. You know how much that is for 30 minutes?
30 minutes. Tell me.
$500. A 1 hour video is $897. I wonder why they made it $897. Why couldn't you just make it 900?
Oh no, 90. What credentials? What credentials? Like that's because professionals don't charge that much.
No, a great therapist is probably $200.
Yes. This is again, and this is
2
one
to
of those
3,
things.
2 to 3 maybe.
Yeah, this is one of the things where they say they help people. Come on, guys. Like you don't help people by ripping them off for coaching, and coaching in areas that you're not even qualified to coach for, or you're not certified to, or there's no credential.
I mean, they're doing it off the cloud. They're doing it off the cloud.
And cloud coaching tends to be the worst because you tend that's ego driven. Like you haven't developed the skills or done the work to develop the skills to actually help people, but people watch you now, so now you think you're an expert in this specific area. That's a problem. Somebody said in the chat earlier that people should be canceling them, not like necessarily platforms, but people.
Right. I do agree with that, because my thing is like, they don't affect my life. So when people say, "Oh, they're causing people to do," no one could cause me to do anything, right? Like, no one could cause me to do anything I like that's not in my heart's content. I don't care if you tell me to sleep with 50 women, and I would like, no, no, it just doesn't compute with me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't compute with me. And even like, if that was already in your heart already, then that's something that you would obviously do. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, and even if they did say that to me quickly, I would have been like, all right, this is boring. This doesn't add up.
Yeah. Rolo charges $1,000 per hour. Dang.
Yes.
It's crazy.
I don't know why, because he's getting beat up by Brittany Venti.
Yeah, she roasted.
She demolished him.
Dang, man. I watched a couple of her videos. Yeah, she very smart. Like
that little girl is a beast. She's not to be played with.
She is.
Taken down, that other channels are not getting taken down, and it's the same exact content or whatever it may be. Robo getting hit, right?
So he's saying this again. He's one of the bigger ones. Trust and believe. They, when he should know this as a cop, right? Cops will let the little guys go so they can get the big guy. Right? You're the top of the food chain in this area, Myron. So the reason why you got deplatformed or demonetized is because you're the big fish, and they're going to trickle down. They're going to go from you all the way down to everybody else creating content just like you.
For free speech, video, like, just get strikes.
And again, I can't stand when people who talk the way they talk and have the content the way they have cry about free speech. Like, you have free speech. The fact that you have a YouTube channel still shows that you have free speech. All right. Again, this is a business. You can say whatever you want. We're just not going to pay you for saying whatever you want. So let's stop crying about free speech. Like we saw inflating things that doesn't
ain't there.
Yeah.
Right. Because free speech has to do with the government, not free platforms.
Exactly. Exactly.
It has nothing to do with this platform right here. It has nothing to do with it. This platform is a company. But we have the right to say the president is not right for doing this and doing that, but we can't do it here.
Nope.
Certain topics.
Yeah. And so we got to stop crying about it.
It's whatever it may be. Guys, it's got to the point now where even where we shoot the location doesn't want us to stay here.
Yeah.
We just touched on this.
I didn't want to fucking have to say that shit. I really didn't want to have to admit that. I wanted to just move the studio, surprise you guys. Yo, new studio. It's lit, right? But dude, there is a matrix, man. Like, I mean, we've talked about this with Andrew at length. Like, people don't want you guys to get this message, dude.
Even Rumble.
And I'm not joking. I'm not joking about this. I'm dead serious. Let me go back just a little bit because I gotta be like his hairline was going.
Yo, I noticed that, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that dude got a mop on his head right now, man.
Is it? Because it looks pretty natural.
Yeah, man. I was like, that is either a nice toupee or them doctors really placed them follicles in there, man. I'm telling you, I was like, dude got waves, man.
Yeah, I see it.
It's making me seasick.
Go to sleep with a doobie on his head and everything. I wonder.
I'm saying, remember that little cream that you said back in the day, man? You putting it. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. You're pretty Ricky. You were born with wavy.
I was. I go front. I was.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
so,
before I had to get rid, I had hair once back in the day.
So no knock, like Myron. If you
New Nile, I think it was called New Nile. That's what it was.
I thought you talk about Dax because I had it was the Dax wave cream or wave.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
I had the brush. It's a brush. like you know what I'm saying, 1,000 brush strokes, and then put the do-rag all slept in it all day. You know what I mean? That's how it was back in the day. But I know you never had them problems, man. You had that good hair.
Yeah, but Myron, whatever it is that you're doing, keep it up because it looks great, bro.
I mean, we've talked about this with Andrew at length. Like, people don't want you guys to get this message, dude.
Even Rumble's under attack too,
bro.
From everybody.
Yeah, they're trying to shut Rumble down.
I think at some point there was free speech where it was like, okay, you know what? Say what you got to say. We won't crucify you. But nowadays, free speech is kind of like, is it even a thing? I mean, not really.
And and I've already put a considerable amount of my money into the new studio for you guys. I already put it in. I'm like all in. You know what I mean? And it's okay. I'm never gonna say, well, I'm doing this, blah blah blah, and I hate doing this. I love doing this. I'd be lying to you guys if I didn't say I didn't love doing this. I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
Wait. Oh, God.
Every time I say it. Forget the kids. You losers. You losers are worth saying.
Wait, and
then he walked off. Wait, come back. He walked off like LeBron James after he lost to the Golden State Warriors and told the audience, "You're better than that." Stop it. No, Myron, come back.
Let me see if I can go back a little bit because this.
Dre, help me out, man. That was the worst. That was the worst thing any man could say.
Yeah, that was a horrible.
Play it again.
I'm doing this, blah blah blah, and I hate doing this. I love doing this. I'd be lying to you guys if I didn't say I didn't love doing this. I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but
yeah, I wish you didn't.
Saving children, right? That was great, but saving you guys is better.
I can't, man. Say something, Dre, because I don't want to go off again.
All right, so perspective. Perspective is everything. He could probably really mean this, but perspective. It's better to save men who cannot find a woman or men who make poor decisions in women, in their finances, right? In relationships, in life. It's better to save them than children who are abducted and need saving. And it's better to save these guys. It's better to save the guys still sitting in the basement. It's better to save the guys you're charging $600, $850, $800.97 an hour or two. It's better to save them than it is to save children. Perspective. This is one of the reasons why it's very difficult for me to rock with these young men, because that perspective is extremely twisted. So he's saying if he's walking down the street, okay, and he sees a guy trying his hardest to pick up a girl and failing, and then seeing a young child, right, being pulled into a van, he is going to go and save the guy who was having trouble
I
picking up
can't ask you to laugh, but that sounds for real. And
yeah, right?
the thing, it's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. If he cried some genuine tears, this is what I believe, and this is why I stopped. Okay, transparency moment. The
Yeah.
only reason I was watching Fresh and Fit because I was in a relationship at that time, and
Mhm.
I'm a single, good-looking guy in Atlanta, and Miami women remind me of women in Atlanta.
Mhm.
I watched the show, and it was kind of like making me realize what was out there, and I could focus on the woman that I wanted to marry.
Yeah.
Now, but I think if that was a true emotion that he gave, right, he was talking to about himself.
Mhm.
Because one thing, a man like me that knows how to court women, and I don't have problems with women. I believe that there are bad women, there are good women, but even the Bible says, what I'm saying about the Proverbs 7 women, or was it Proverbs 8 women? I think it was 7. Anyway, there's those type of women, right? But I do not blanket all women like that. And I don't have I don't put women on a pedestal either. I treat them as equals. I think men should treat women as equals. I don't think you should treat them any higher or any lesser. Treat them as yourself. Now, with that said, Myron, I think he is such a loser that when he made that comment just now, he was really talking about himself. Because he care less about the kids. He care less about losers that are just like him.
Yeah.
And it's fake bravado. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One thing I love, real quick, is like when he hates this, but I remember they did it on his show and they did it on someone else's show where there was like 12 women in the room and they were asked to, how they rate Myron. And they would give him like a 2. Or right, they were asked, "Oh, would you date?" They were like, "No, I would never date him." It would be probably like 2 out of the 12 women that would actually date him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if he's this tall dude that women claim, they want a guy with that 6'6", makes 6 foot income with 6-pack abs. That's who he is. But they still don't want him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's crazy. I don't like using bad words and labeling people, but the word you use for him, I think, is fitting right now.
What's that?
Oh, the L word.
Yeah. Loser?
I'm not saying it.
I'm saying it. Loser.
I'm not saying it.
Look, what did your friend say about me? My mouth has no guile.
No guile. No guile.
I love her.
Yeah,
I love her.
Honestly.
I absolutely love her.
Yeah. So, but not only that, like this scares. Which again, truth be told, based off of what he's saying here, I'm glad he's not an officer anymore. I am glad he's no longer working for Homeland Security. I am glad that they told him either or.
Right.
I am so glad.
But the scary thing is, man, there's a lot of officers like that out there that are probably just as bad or worse than him, believe it or not.
Yeah,
that job ain't no.
Yeah, it's fortunate.
Really,
So I wasn't sure if he wanted to laugh or look at Fresh.
He got emotional, man. What? I thought men don't have emotions.
Was that emotion with that laugh? Wait, hold on. He's about to laugh. Look. What's his face? He's about to laugh. He's about to laugh right now. Like, he was about to laugh, but he had to hold himself because he knows he's on camera.
Yeah, man, this is tough, bro. Because before I lies into this, we didn't miss a day, honestly. It's tough. we gave up so much to give you guys value. So yep, it's current status. But yeah, Chris, how you feeling, bro?
I mean, it's tough, guys.
Yeah,
Because
they
at the end of the day, you guys have been with us from the beginning, the start, the merch gang, the chat.
They still have their platform, Hard Talk Radio Live in 4K. Glenn, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, they're no longer monetized, so they're no longer a part of the YouTube partner program. They said YouTube didn't give them a reason why.
The mods, you guys know the work we put in, the effort, the hours. You guys see me, you know, me, Myron, Fresh Mo, putting the work. Shout out to the mods, shout out to the chat. You know, shout out to people that actually tune in every day. I see you guys, and it's just one of those things, man. We put in, you know, the energy, time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears. You guys saw our journey from the start to finish. When we first broke 100 live viewers on stream, I remember the day, and I was like, "Yo, we got 100 live viewers."
Yeah. So one thing, their work ethic cannot be, argued. You can't deny that they started this podcast and they did the work to try to make it as successful as they can. They sacrifice a lot of things. So I can sympathize with Myron on this because they put in the work and they expect a certain outcome for the work that they put in.
However, let's not forget the story of Icarus. And I made this analogy with Kevin Samuels.
Mm-hmm.
When you fly too close to the sun, you're going to get your wings burnt.
Facts.
And it's not like they didn't have friends. They did platform Sneeko. They did it to their friend Nick. What's the name? Nick Fuentes. You know what I'm saying? They did it to Andrew Tate, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And they had all these guys on the show. It was just a matter of time.
Yeah. And
just like me and you, we're both YouTubers.
Yeah.
The guidelines are right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no excuse. I'm sorry. Like in a court of law, there's no excuse for ignorance.
Yeah. And Myron, and we got to understand also this. Myron's behavior on other people's platforms that have been demonetized on YouTube.
Right.
Knows exactly what he is about.
And worse.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I say I sympathize with him, it's the hard work that they put in. Right. However, I don't feel bad for him. I don't, because I understand what his content is about. And they pushed the bar as far as they could go with YouTube. Because had he had done what he did on Sneeko's live stream about Abba and Preach,
right,
he would have been demonetized right away. There would be no question. But he did it on.
Let me ask you something. Though.
Yeah.
Do you believe, because of the color of his skin, there's a lot of people who believe he's Arab, they don't believe he's black.
Yeah.
That was a different scenario. Like, if a white person sees him and he's saying the N-word, they probably think, oh well, I can't deplatform him because he's black too.
I think that's he doesn't identify as black though.
He does. He says he's half black, half Sudanese.
So when people say that, they're doing that because they know they can use it when it benefits them. True.
That's absolutely true. I agree with it.
So I can't. The way he talks about, specifically African American women, black.
Yes.
Women, how he says he won't, he doesn't dabble in the dark. And that's like really, like, then let's not, like, again, you have preferences, that's one thing, but when you're putting down a whole demographic of people, that's a whole different thing. So don't tell me that you can pull your black card when you feel like you can pull your black card when it's convenient for you, such as YouTube or content creation, so you can say whatever you want.
Right.
But then disrespect the very women that you claim to identify as.
Right.
So I can't respect it. Can't respect it at all. And you guys are lighting up the chat. So guys, thank you guys so much for your engagement. Keep it coming. Let's go.
It's
Hit
just
the
lit.
like button.
I still have to post, and
Oh yeah, and if you haven't hit the like button yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that like button right now.
I still remember the day to
Like, I
feel it.
gotta do that, man.
And it's just tough. That's why I continue to work my ass off on getting high quality girls on the show. Even though some days I don't feel like dealing with these 304s, I still do it. I get upset when we don't have shows. We have to cancel shows because I know you guys look forward to, hey, Chris, I'm driving home from work. It's I can't wait to see after hours. As soon as I cancel after hours, you guys are like, yo, what's going on? So I get that, what the show means to a lot of you guys. And yeah, I mean,
And not only that, but like, imagine giving up your entire life to support people that you care about, even at the detriment of you losing your job.
See, it's the terms like that to support people that you care about. It's
you having social life,
no disingenuous.
you actually being present at vacations or outside environments, and you say, you know what? Nah, screw all that. We care about you guys over our feelings, how we feel at the moment, and we won't miss a show for you guys. Look at Myron, bro. Like Myron, I mean, shit. I put in work, but Myron goes extra miles just to give you guys like a piece of his soul, bro. Like this guy, like legit, dedicated his life, left his career to be with you guys. And for anyone saying that this is fake, this is not fake at all. This is genuine.
You know what I just realized?
What's that?
He's not crying because he's being deplatformed and kicked off of YouTube because it's still on there. He's crying because he's no longer getting paid from it.
Right.
No, because all this
That's
talk,
right.
all
That's
this talk
right. That's
because
right.
they're not doing this on Rumble. They're doing this on YouTube. They're every platform that they're making it seem like is wow. It's not that they can't help them. If they really love them, they wouldn't be crying about not being able to help them. They still would. They're crying because they can no longer get paid off the people that they're claiming to
You get them super chats, those crazy super chats.
Wait. Listen, it just hit me. I could be wrong, but it's a safe assumption.
How we feel,
No, you're not
genuinely
wrong.
feel about.
You're not wrong at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, put my charger in.
Yeah. Like they're looking at all those super chats that they're not getting right now. I got to be honest with you. I would probably cry too. If I was getting thousands of dollars a night, and I'm being perfectly honest with you, if I was getting thousands of dollars a night consistently for 2 years straight, and the company I was essentially working for, right, because they're paying me through ads, stop allowing me to get that money, I would cry too. I would cry. I ain't gonna lie, I would cry too. That's a lot of money to have to all of a sudden be told, you're not getting no more. So I get it, but let's not pretend that it's you not being able to help people, because you can still do that. I think you're mute.
Yeah. You gotta tell your wife, hey, we can't have them pork chops. We
Nope.
start eating those hot dogs.
Yeah, get ground beef and pasta. It's
Ravioli.
yeah, ground beef is expensive. Nah, let's try.
You gotta get that. You gotta get that rat meat now.
No, we're gonna be vegetarians from now on. We're just gonna get.
You gotta wherever that White Castle meat is. You gotta get that. That impossible meat.
Let's go.
What's happening in like all the work that we put into this has been like 3 years, and it's not easy because we gave up a lot, and we made a lot of impact too as well to people, but it came at a cost. And I can't say on camera everything that happened behind the scenes, but if you guys really understood what we gave up to keep doing this, when you say El Chris, Elmo, El Myron, whatever, like, you understand, at the very beginning, we were going through some terrible things, death threats, people coming at our doorstep. Like, you have no idea what we went through to keep this going, and then to be not
people going at your doorstep, and then you wonder why the people in the building don't want you
there. Exactly.
Again, you rag on women for not being accountable. Now you're not being accountable for your actions. This whole podcast.
Yeah, no.
Other people don't want you in the building. I wouldn't want you in the building.
I'm told why we're being taken off the platform like that in the program. It's kind of crazy because been a lot of work, man. So I just mean reason out for your support, man. That's it.
Sorry, I got something in my eye.
It was the money that was leaving it. That's what was in your eye. Yes.
Nah, bro. I'm telling you, man. He was reflecting on all those losers and his loser self. Because look, I'm sorry, but like
He
if I
is no one.
like a person, like, look, you have a beautiful wife. You courted her and you got her the way you got her because that's how you knew how to do it because it worked. That's you showed how it worked.
Yeah.
They have no game. There's nothing that they tell men that helps them better themselves to get women. I'm sorry. I'm good with women. People get mad at me. Oh, you're putting down men that don't do as good as you. Like, well, you gotta tell them something.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta tell them something what they're doing wrong.
Yeah. And it's that's going to help them. That's actually going to help them. And Myron is, according to Google, is 33 years old.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, guys, I mean, yeah, we're human, and it just sucks when something that you worked so hard to build up, they're just. And here's the thing: it's not about the money, man.
Yeah,
it really isn't about the money, man. I could walk away from all this and be.
Where's my cap at? I need a blue cap. Where's my cap?
Hold on, let me go get my cap, man.
Yeah, where's my cap? It's upstairs, man. Where's my cap at? I'm gonna wait for him to get his cap and come back. And look at his face. Like, I paused at the right moment. Like, he's making that face like, did they catch me in a lie just now? I hope they didn't catch me in a lie. I hope. He's 33 going on 15. Only thing I can remember is Allende.
Heck,
heck
really, I gotta get that big old cap.
Boy, listen, it's not about the money. Gosh, it's
all about the money, baby. It's all about the money, man. Because as long as the super chats were coming in, they were great. Mm-hmm. They were great.
Yeah. Pull away that, and that's then again. That's something that every one of us, me, you, Ruslan, YouTubers who rely not just rely, but like count on that YouTube partnership program. We all have to be understanding that we may at any point say something that will put us in the very same position that Fresh and Fit is in.
Absolutely.
Some of us actually care, and we don't want to offend people that way, so we don't. Others don't care, and then when it happens to them, they cry on camera. It's you gotta be careful with it.
Okay.
Today,
what bothers me is if we're not able to be on YouTube, we might not be able to reach someone who really needs us.
They're not saying that you can't be on YouTube. Where's the violin? You can still be a YouTuber, at least for now. You're just not getting money on it, guys.
Right.
So here's the thing. Here's what you guys can do. Fresh and Fit, Myron, and what's the other guy's name again?
Walter.
Here's what you guys can do. Get your subscribers up on Rumble and still post on YouTube. This way, what you said just now, you may not be able to reach people on YouTube, won't happen because you can still post on YouTube. All right. So if it's not about the money, continue posting on YouTube.
If you guys saw the amount of messages I get where they say I was going to end it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I saw your video.
The question is, who else is going to do it? Who?
There's a lot of people that can do it. There's a lot of people that can do what you guys do. There's a lot of people that have done what you have done. There's a lot of people that have done what you have done that have been demonetized on this platform. So you're asking a question, who else is going to do it? And it's one of those things where you're putting, I'm not sure if you're going to watch this, guys, but if you are, you're putting yourselves way up there. Okay. Guys, I need you guys to come down a little bit. Because you guys are not the only ones doing this kind of content out there. You may be the ones that people are going to hear it, but you're not the only ones doing this kind of content out there.
Hey, I gotta go. My battery's like on
Got you.
1% right.
I'm-
And you see, I'm really struggle streaming because I was like, man, I can't even find a charge. I can't even find my charge.
All right, so let me see if I can finish this. We have only like 4 more minutes left. Let's see. Yeah, how much?
Maybe I'll come. Maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'll come back.
All right.
All right.
Guys, you can find us on Rumble, man. The link is in the chat. It's right there on the screen as well. If you really support us, we have just one thing. It's to go to Rumble, Fresh and Fit, go to live chat, and click subscribe.
Yeah, and you know,
The show goes on.
it goes on.
Yeah.
You know,
This is
now,
vital. They're gonna need a.
but it matters. But you know, for how long is what the question is now.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going. We're absolutely gonna keep going, guys. But like I said before, for us to run it at a certain level, to take care of all the people below, right? That help us out, etc. It's for that, man, because we want to keep running this thing for y'all. This isn't about the money. If I got to take a pay cut, I will gladly do that. I will gladly take a pay cut. That's fine. I don't give.
It's unfortunate that people, because of the content that they get, the people that because of the content that they produce, they were able to hire people, and after that, the very people that they were able to hire because of the content they produce now cannot get money because of the content they produce. It's tough.
Shit about that. I want to be able to continue to run the show at the same level that
I
we
mean,
run the show.
man.
If you think about it, we are.
Yeah, we are.
We're still gonna do it.
Yeah.
For you
We're
guys.
still gonna do it.
Yeah.
Facts. We're still gonna do it.
So
Real quick, I think we probably have some Rumble rants or whatever.
Yeah.
We're done with that. So we're not going to play the Rumble rants. So you guys see what happened. Fresh and Fit have been removed from the YouTube Partner Program. It's unfortunate. And what's unfortunate is that you have young men who are promising, who have potential to be an actual light in this YouTube space, but instead want to distribute poison, things that are causing more harm than good. Now, do I believe that they've helped some people? Yeah. I'm not going to say no, they haven't. They probably have helped a lot of people. But we have to be honest also. The content that they produce in large part definitely can cause more harm than good. And advertisers don't want to be aligned with it. YouTube Partner Program had to pull the plug on paying them for their content. And I think it was the right decision. Now, are they kicked off the YouTube platform? No, they're still there. They just can't get money from it. So Fresh and Fit are in Miami. They are in Miami. And CP, the artist's phone is dead. But thank you, guys. Thank you so much for the time you gave. We got to figure out what happened to your camera, man. But and shout out to everybody that was in the chat. If you made it this far in the video and you haven't liked the video, please do me a favor and like the video. But yeah, this is a tough thing for Fresh and Fit. Again, they were getting thousands of dollars a night, thousands, and they were able to pay the OF guests, their staff, and now it's the way the cookie crumbles. You know, they rose really fast based on the content that they produced, and they are falling just as fast as the content they produce. And this is why it's important for you to make sure you line yourself with people that have actual values, that actually want to help people. And yeah, that's that. That's that. You just joined. So we're just talking about Fresh and Fit being demonetized on YouTube. They are no longer, all their platforms, all their channels have become demonetized. So no, they can still have a YouTube. They just can't get paid on YouTube anymore, at least for right now. They're in talks with YouTube right now to see what they can do to get back in the partner program. But truth be told, they probably won't do it because their content is controversial and in many cases harmful. And I doubt that they are going to want to change up their content because that's what it's going to require. YouTube's going to tell them you cannot talk about these things anymore. And they're going to cry free speech, and YouTube may just say, no, you can still talk about it. We just not gonna pay you for it. So yeah, that's what it's about. But you're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate you for watching. All right. Oh, and Jesse Lee Patterson is next. Isn't that the dude that is known for saying beta? Beta? Is that the guy? I think that's him. But let me know. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching Fresh and Fit. I'm praying for you guys. I'm praying for you guys. I want to see young people, young men succeed in doing the right thing. I don't think that how you've been doing this is the right thing. How you've been saying things, it's just not right, and it's harmful. But you're reaping what you sow. You're reaping what you sow. Sort of reminds me of Derek Jackson. You're reaping what you sow. If you sow the negativity in YouTube, YouTube just may take your money away. And that's what's happening here. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I would encourage you guys to pray for them also. I hope that they would have the opportunity to respond to the gospel, give their hearts to Jesus and change their life. But pray for them and pray for their viewers as well. Because again, when the blind lead the blind, eventually everybody will fall off the cliff. And we have way too many people falling off cliffs. So Derek Jackson. Yeah. All right, guys. So appreciate you for watching. Hit the like button. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by dropping me a super thanks, joining the channel through memberships, or going to patreon.com/Harrison Family Values. Or my favorite way, pick up some merch. Look down below. We got some merch, some new things available for you as well. You'll be supporting the channel that way, and you're getting something in return. So guys, until the next upload live stream, I greatly appreciate you. I'm out. I'm going to bed. Peace.